like that?
Well, it's an explosive unit. He averaging almost 450 in yards a game, 34 points a game, and obviously the halfback's a great player. It starts with him as far as the zone running scheme, and the pass game is built off of that. The quarterback's playing really well. He's hot, and they've got three really good receivers in Cooper Kupp and Woods and Cook. So it's going to be a challenge. You know, it's not our first challenge on defense versus offense like that. I mean, we played Kansas City, very similar setup. But we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a nice challenge, and no one stopped them. So it's our turn to see we can.
How do those receivers vary in terms of what they can do?
How do they vary? They're all three different. You know, Cooper Kupp's a very crafty third down target. He's a good football player. You know, Woods is the same way. You know, Woods, he was a guy we played against in Buffalo, and he was traded there last year. He's having a great year, and obviously Cook is the deep threat. So it's three guys you have to cover. They base out of three wide, so they force you to be in nickel or dime every play. So again, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a nice challenge, and no one stopped them yet.
And you said some changes were necessary.
Sure.
Are you at liberty to say what any of those changes are?
I'm not, guys. And I tell you what, you know, when you're not winning football games, you have to do something different. You know, how we meet, how we look at game plans, you know, how we call games, all those things are being looked at. So when I say changes, I mean we have to make changes to go win games. Okay, so things are happening. I can't share those things, but when you don't win, you have to make some changes.
Does Joe Woods lead the play calling effort on Sunday?
Joe's the coordinator, so he's calling the plays.
Do you feel like you have the right leadership within the locker room of guys to kind of turn around things?
I do. You know, I believe in our guys. You know, we have guys who won a lot of games, so they're frustrated. You know, I am also, Nikki. So, you know, I'm not down on our guys for being frustrated, for working hard out here every day we work and not winning football games. So that's understandable. You know, we want to win football games, so we all share in the frustration levels.
Can you draw on the success you had against Kansas City and the preparation for that, and anything against
It's a different offense, same challenge obviously, but a different offense, different quarterback, different play caller, but the same challenge to get them stopped.
Coach Musgrave last year, how tough do you think it was for him last week, and is he back, you know, up to speed this week?
It was tough, obviously, you know, losing his father, and the service was Monday. He's back with us, and he's back, and he's doing fine, but obviously losing your dad is tough. Doesn't matter how old you are. You know, Mr. B and Joe gave him the plan to go down, so it kind of saved some time with game planning, so he flew down and flew back quickly. So he got back to work really fast on Tuesday, but again, it's still tough for him.
Regardless of what happened with Bradley on Monday, his performance wasn't what you guys wanted.
It was not.
He's been inconsistent. Would you look to help him different schematically, or see if Brock's ready?
Right. Well, that being said, you know, anyone who plays this weekend, we have to help each other. You know, it's going to be a total team effort. You know, Roby didn't play his best on Sunday. You know, I mean, that's obvious. But he played pretty good a week before. So we have to get him back and keep coaching him. He's ours. Okay, he's our guy. So we'll get him back to playing good football.
You coached Sue down in Miami. What sort of compliment has he been next to Aaron Donald?
He's playing good football. I mean, he's a big man. He's a bully. He's an outside rusher for them. That's been impressive to watch him rush on the edge. He's got 3 total sacks. He's a pro. He's the first guy in, last one to leave. So I'm not surprised he's playing well. I'm not.
I know you mentioned Bona's been chipped and doubled quite a bit this season. Do you need to see more out of him on game days, though, to be more effective in pass rush?
Not by himself. You know, I mean, he has to play better. I have to coach better. Case has to play better. You know, it's all of us, you know. And when you're playing big games, like Sunday's going to be a big game for us, your best players have to make plays, and he understands that. You know, so he wants to make plays for us. You know, when he's one-on-one, he has to win. You know, and we'll have a plan to get him, you know, more attempts of being one-on-one, but he has to play well for us to win. He understands that each week.
What's going on in the red zone where you guys just have not been able to click games since kind of the first week?
Well, it's third downs, you know. Every drive in the red zone this week, or even in the scoring zone, have been, you know, third and long. So we settled for field goals, or we got pushed back with penalties, had to punt. So it's more about converting third downs and keeping third downs more manageable.
How do you balance rushing Goff versus being aware of what Gurley can do in the screen game?
Well, that's a challenge, you know, because Goff hadn't been hit. He's got about 6 sacks and about 30 pressures, on his season. So he hadn't been hit. He has experienced offensive line. The ball's coming out really quick. The play action pass kind of keeps your rushers at bay a little bit. But, and Todd Gurley in the screen game. So you got to picture moments, to where you rush more than 4 guys so you won't get beat by screens and by the play pass.
Nancy, some guys in the league have said when McVay structures things, he messes with your eyes. Is that
I agree. I mean, it's going to be a game where we have to be disciplined with our eyes. It's a lot of jet motions. It's a lot of sweeps. It's a lot of crossing routes. So absolutely, that's accurate. So he definitely tests your discipline. So we have to be that way on Sunday to play well against his offense. But again, no one stopped him yet. So we'll see. It's our turn.
A few more for the coach.
Going back to Roby, will he start Sunday?
Right now, he is the starter. Yes.
Was the communication with you or with other people in the building?
With everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.